your one news source. This is NewsCenter1.
Good evening, I'm Shad Olson. This is NewsCenter1 at 5:30. A major decision being made by the Rapid City Council last night. The council approving longer office terms for future mayors and council members. The mayor's term will go from 2 years to 4 years starting in 2019. City council terms will go from 2 years to 3 years starting next year. Current Mayor Steve Allender made the proposal earlier, saying that lengthening the terms of office will promote continuity, political stability, and efficiency in city government, and many council members agree.
Groups like the Chamber of Commerce, the Black Hills Home Builders, civic groups like that have spoken in favor of this. It allows for long-range planning, development, vision, focus on long-term goals. It just allows the government to be a little more familiar with projects in long-term. I think some people think that they should have the voice of voting on it, and that can always happen. People could always refer it, and it can come to a public vote, and that's perfectly fine. That's part of the system. But elected officials are elected to make choices, and part of doing that is we're a representative government, so we represent the people the best we can. When people don't like what we've done, they can always, like I said, they can refer it and put it into a vote.
Rapid City was the only city in the state with 2-year terms. While it was a major decision, term limits not the only thing on the table at last night's City Council meeting, or length of term, we should say. The council also approving various committee appointments as well. Clancy Kingsbury and Jim Jackson both being reappointed to the historic Sign Review Committee. Terry Nelson, Diane Albers, Jerry Schmidt, and Larry Blody all being reappointed to the Downtown Business Improvement District Board. Eric Braun will also be joining that team as well. South Dakota Governor Dennis Daugaard visiting Rapid City today, celebrating National Philanthropy Day. The governor began his day at the garage, participating in a discussion geared toward his personal life and jobs that he had previous to becoming governor, topics touching on his family life, working for a nonprofit, and more difficult topics such as our state's unemployment rate. The meeting is a positive one for the governor, Daugaard saying that he enjoys more intimate conversations with the community.
And learn a little bit about my background and the jobs I've held along the way, and my philosophy about things. And so hopefully that helps give people a more three-dimensional view of me as a person and as their governor than they might otherwise have the opportunity to get.
One topic of conversation that made the audience's ears perk up was the governor's views on gun control. With the recent tragedies in our country, even across our own state, the governor agrees that conversations need to be had.
If someone knows with certainty what should be done, then they're generally a little more strident and a little more passionate about that belief. They need to also remember that it is their belief that it is the right answer. And a good discourse hears both sides of every issue, so that all concerned can have a broader understanding of what the pros and cons of this or that policy might be.
South Dakota had its own school shooting last week. A grand jury has now indicted the 16-year-old Mason Buell, who stands accused of shooting his high school principal in Harrisburg. Buell is now being held without bond. The Canadian company that wants to build the Keystone XL pipeline is now taking steps to circumvent one of the major roadblocks that's holding up that project. That's in the state of Nebraska. However, in filing an application yesterday for the same proposed path with a state pipeline regulator, TransCanada could create another round of lengthy delays in an already drawn-out process. It indicates a new push for the federally delayed Canada to Texas oil pipeline in a state where opponents have repeatedly thwarted efforts to complete it. Former Nebraska Governor Dave Heineman approved that project in 2013 under a state law that allowed TransCanada to use eminent domain against holdout landowners. But opponents sued, and the project has been mired in the courts ever since. And here's a look at today's markets on Wall Street. And as we take a look at the numbers today, a fairly quiet day of trade on all of the indexes today. The Dow Jones rising 14 points, 16,790. NASDAQ Composite dropping 33, 47.48. The S&P down 7 to 1980. And gold rising $9.20 to $1,146.08 on this day of trade. Now, this week officially kicks off Fire Prevention Week, and authorities are urging residents to take their pleas seriously. South Dakota Fire Marshal using this year's Fire Prevention Week to remind people that location matters when it comes to smoke alarms. Having working smoke alarms cuts the chance of dying in a fire by half. Fire leaders suggested installing smoke alarms in every bedroom, outside each separate sleeping area, and on every level of the home, including the basement. They are also asking people to practice home fire drills so that all members of the family know what to do in the event of a fire. And they also suggest performing those drills now before the weather gets too cold. And to learn more, you can visit the National Fire Protection Association website. That address is shown at the bottom of your screen. But when a smoke alarm fails and fire does break out, the brave men and women of the Pennington County Fire Service are here to help. The service holding their 33rd annual Pennington County Firefighters Awards and Banquet over the weekend. The award service recognizing the Firefighter of the Year, Fire Officer of the Year, Rookie of the Year, and it also included a memorial service for those firefighters who have passed away. Jeremy Dahlman of the Hill City Volunteer Fire Department was named 2015's Firefighter of the Year. Craig Comer, also of the Hill City Volunteer Fire Department, named Fire Officer of the Year. And Justin McEldowney with the Box Elder Volunteer Fire Department was named Rookie of the Year. State Senator Craig Thiessen was this year's guest speaker for that event. Chief Meteorologist Bob Riggio joining us, and we can't say enough for what those folks do for us on a daily basis. Make sure that everybody's safe.
No, the word to focus in on is volunteer.
Yep.
Those people volunteer their own time to do this worthy job. So congratulations to those.
It can be a full-time job, volunteer or no. It can be a full-time job.
Yeah, you got
when something's
that
going
right.
on. So,
yeah. People ask, when is the first freeze? Have you asked when the first freeze?
I've been wondering about it, but
I bet you have.
I haven't asked you about it.
I know there's a lot of gardeners out there wanting to know when the first freeze will occur. Well, it's not going to occur over the next 7 days. The latest freeze on record, October 27, 1963. The average freezing date, now all these are out at the airport. That's where the records have been kept. September 26, so that's about 10 days ago. So we're about 10 days beyond the average freeze date. No freezing temperatures expected over the next 7 days. As a matter of fact, this weekend, as I said yesterday, in the 80s. It's going to be nice.
You know, after a couple of years ago, I'm not so concerned with the first freeze as I am for the first time of the year when we have 4 feet of snow on the ground.
Yeah,
that's kind of the way I'm programmed now. We'll get more details coming up in Bob's forecast in just a bit. We're back with more news after the break, right here on News Center 1 at 5:30.
This is News Center 1 with Shad Olson. Sports with Justin Wickersham. And weather with Chief Meteorologist Bob Riggio.
What excites me is really the challenge of solving problems of many different natures and being a good servant to all the people in our communities.
Patients come in the cancer center with all types of fears. If I can give that patient hope, then it's very rewarding.
I believe in what I do here, and I know that we are making a difference.
I am Regional Health.
I am Regional Health.
I am Regional Health.
You've got priorities, things that need to be taken care of and things to pay attention to. It's not easy, but you're making it work. At First Interstate Bank, we know the drill, and just as others are relying on you, you can rely on us to help keep you doing what you do best. Your world's a busy one, full of all kinds of financial choices. You've got people depending on you to make those decisions, and then make breakfast. Financial success on the go? It's bigger than banking. It's you and I together.
As you can see, I'm a mom. But what you probably didn't know is I'm a mom and a collector of 3rd century Han Dynasty daggers. And that's a lot like Perkins.
Because Perkins isn't just about breakfast. There's a whole other side to them, especially with their money-saving Great Plates menu. Over a dozen items from $4 to $8. I like the double catch. The kids love the bacon grilled cheese.
Do you need a knife?
Oh no, I've got a dagger.
It's 3rd century. Breakfast and a whole lot more. It all comes together at Perkins.
See VeggieTales like you've never seen it before, live and in person. Little kids do big things. Meet Bob and Larry and the entire VeggieTales crew. It's really a big show with all your favorite veggie songs. November 1st, 1 and 4:30 p.m. Rushmore Plaza Civic Center. VeggieTales Live. Little kids do big things. Get tickets online at gotmine.com, the Civic Center box office, or the Silverado Franklin. For show information, visit VeggieTales.com/live.
We see so many patients who have sadly been injured in a car wreck or fall. Worse yet, we see them settling their insurance claim without first considering the full cost of continuing medical care. If they would first have contacted More Fast Injury Law Group, the insurance company would not have taken advantage of them. To assure that you can receive the medical care you need and avoid these things from happening, contact Moore Faust Injury Law Group, attorneys that exclusively handle insurance claims.
Well, tonight, one of the top-selling artists of all time will take the stage at the Civic Center right here in Rapid City as we welcome Sir Elton John. Elton John's 5-decade career is starting to wrap up, and he will perform at the Civic Center as part of his last-ever tour production, the Final Curtain Tour. Elton John performing in Rapid City once previously in 2009. That concert sold out in 43 seconds flat. Tonight is Rapid City's last chance to bring Elton John into town before he finishes touring for good.
He's been very good at playing all sorts of markets. He likes to reach his fans, and so he gave us the opportunity to get in the show, and we got the show. But you're right, a lot of artists, it doesn't happen that way, and it's tough to get those big artists in smaller markets. So Elton is just one of those true gentlemen. He's a knighted, he's a sir. We're so happy to have him here today.
And the Civic Center releasing more tickets today for just $21.50 because they realized that Elton John's set would not obstruct some of those extra seats. Well, in order to celebrate National Philanthropy Day, many organizations giving back in one way or another. That includes the Rapid City Rush hockey team. The team came together to take part in the Polished Man campaign. Men are challenged to paint one of their fingernails to represent the 1 in 5 children who suffer physical and sexual violence before the age of 18. The Rapid City Rush painting one of their fingernails in support, and now they're challenging men from local businesses as well to become a polished man. Well, gray cloud cover remains, but fall colors are still vibrant across the area. Stay with us. Bob Riggio in next with a look at your weather forecast and an outlook on when you can get out and enjoy those beautiful fall colors.
Hey moms, has your husband been debolded? Rebold your man with Papa Murphy's new Buffalo Chicken Pizza, featuring a bold taste of Frank's Red Hot sauce. Home bake a large for just $11. Fresh made, fresh baked. Papa Murphy's. Love at 425 degrees.
Menards has the sale that lets you save big on over 65,000 items. So get ready, get set, and save with an 11% rebate on everything. Hurry in and save big, because now is the perfect time to save on all of your projects with an 11% rebate on everything, including sale prices. That's savings on top of savings. Get everything you need with an 11% rebate going on now.
The Honda For You sales event is happening now, and you could get a great deal on a 2015 Honda Civic. Our best Civic yet was named a KBB.com Best Buy and is the best-selling car in its class. The Civic is also loaded with standard features. So hurry into your Honda dealer today, and you could get a great deal on a 2015 Civic during the Honda For You sales event.
Sample what South Dakota has to offer in one culture-rich event. Join us on Saturday, October 10th in downtown Rapid City for Made in South Dakota. Event co-sponsors, Hungry for Truth and South Dakota State University. Taste local delicacies like rattlesnake or buffalo. Ride a covered wagon and experience local outdoor activities. Bring the whole family to the Regional Health Kids Zone and enjoy live music. Don't miss Made in South Dakota in downtown Rapid City on Saturday, October 10th. For more information on this free event, visit MainStreetSquareRC.com.
Any of these three won't satisfy like our one. The second-to-none foot-long Subway steak and cheese. Sizzling steak, topped with melty cheese, and always on freshly baked bread. The heartiest appetites are no match for the Subway steak and cheese.
This weather brought to you by Black Hills Power.
This is NewsCenter1 weather with Chief Meteorologist Bob Riggio.
All right, let's start off with the weather almanac. Once again, 65 the high temperature so far. 66 is normal. So as far as the high temperatures are concerned, we're right about normal. 44 the low. We're a little bit above normal, about 6 degrees above normal. 38 is the normal for this time of the year. Here are the records right here. 1993, 94 record high temperature. Look at the contrast in these records. 94 the record high on this date. 15 the record low set in 2000. So quite a difference in contrast in the record highs to the lows. No rain today, and we're well above normal. 6:56 sun up, 6:24. The sun will be going down. We have those current conditions for you out at the airport. A few little clouds over there. Winds are out of the south at 10, and it is, let me back up just a little more there, 63 degrees. Over in Hewlett, a little bit of sunshine in Hewlett, Wyoming, 63 there as well. Winds, no problem. They had a maximum wind gust of 17. So at least for the last couple of days, winds have not been a problem at all. Dry conditions across the southeast, thank goodness. South Carolina still dealing with some flooding conditions down there. North Carolina as well, but all the rain has finally worked its way off into the Atlantic. Plenty of sunshine for those folks, and let's hope that stays that way for quite a while. All the moisture is down over the southwest in the Four Corners area. A little bit of that moisture will work into the Black Hills. There's a slight chance for a few little isolated showers tonight. And again, Wednesday night, early Thursday. So that's about just a slight chance. But all in all, it's going to be fairly dry. Here's the weather map, 11:30 a.m. Wednesday morning. And you can see we're going to have some nice southerly flow. That's going to help warm things up for us on Wednesday. We are expecting our temperatures to be above normal. 66 is normal. We'll see our high temperature around 77 tomorrow, but even warmer by the weekend. We'll cool off a little bit on Thursday. This front will just slide right on through the Black Hills, and that's going to give us a wind shift tomorrow afternoon, and it's going to cool us down a little bit on Thursday. And with that front, yeah, that's why I'm saying there's another chance for a few little showers early Thursday morning. We're not looking for anything significant, anything widespread. A lot of those raindrops will miss the rain bucket out at the airport. And Thursday, high pressure still over the southeast. That's good news for those folks. Looks like all the shower activity on Thursday will be pretty well located around the Great Lakes and down to the south over in West Texas. Here's a closer look now. This is our future satellite radar. We got some timing going on here. There's those nice southerly winds. This is tomorrow. Plenty of sunshine tomorrow. We'll probably have some clouds in the morning, and then we'll go to partly cloudy skies during the afternoon. It should be a nice day with those southerly winds. Temperatures are going to warm up nicely. During the afternoon hours, a little bit of a wind shift now. The winds will be out of the north, and it's going to bring in some clouds on Thursday. Mostly cloudy skies on Thursday, and it could bring in a few little showers as well. And then those showers will stay with us. Showers in the morning and then some widely scattered showers in the afternoon on Thursday. Here are the high temperatures across South Dakota today. 72 Mitchell, 72 Huron, 69 Phillip. And tomorrow, let's warm it up, folks. Let's get it nice and warm up in the 70s. 75 Pine Ridge, 77 Phillip, 75 Faith. Temperatures in the lower 70s, upper 60s over East River. And then Thursday, after the front comes through, you can see those temperatures cool down a little bit. Here's the forecast for the Black Hills. What do we got? 73 in Spearfish, not bad. 70 in Custer, 77 down in Pine Ridge. Elsewhere, Hill City, 72, 73 Deadwood, 76 Belle Fourche, 75. Nice day. It's just going to be a nice day. What more can I say? 52 tonight, mostly cloudy and mild. Just a few little showers late tonight. And tomorrow should be a great day. We'll have a mix of sun, more sun than clouds, a warm day, 77. That's well above normal. We'll look for a little bit of a wind shift out of the south, switching to the northeast during the afternoon hours. 52 tomorrow night, partly cloudy and mild, and a few showers late. 7-day forecast. We have that one there for you. 68 on Thursday, a little bit cooler. 73 on Friday. Then there you go. 83 Saturday, 80 on Sunday. Lots and lots of sunshine. And we got a clickbigdeal.com. There it is. I'll get $20 at Rumors Coffee and Wine Bar for just $10. That thing is still available. You get yourself a nice latte. Half price, 50% off.
Not a bad deal. Beautiful forecast, Bob.
Oh, great.
That didn't seem like October at all. That seems
no freezing temperatures
nice
in there either. The temperatures are in the lower 50s generally for overnight lows. So who knows? We may break the record, the latest date of a freezing temperature.
It's out there to be had. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Thank you, Bob. Still to come, training camp is underway for the Rapid City Rush hockey team. Plus, it is the final days of the boys' state AA golf tournament. Justin has scores and highlights coming up next in News Center 1 Sports.
A car gives you freedom, room to grow, and in time, room to grow up. Your dream car evolves, and protecting it takes committed support. American Family Insurance.
The Honda for You sales event is happening now, and you could get a great deal on a 2015 Honda Accord. The Accord is the best-selling midsize car in America, which makes sense because it's also the best value. And the Accord is loaded with standard features. So hurry into your Honda dealer today, and you could get a great deal on a 2015 Accord during the Honda for You sales event.
Don't miss the multi-million-dollar Overstock Savings event going on now at Furniture Row. Now through Thursday, find special savings throughout on many clearance and discontinued items. Savings of 30, 50, even 60% while supplies last. Plus, outdoor living is marked down to our lowest prices of the year with savings up to 70%. And enjoy 4 years interest-free financing. It's the multi-million-dollar Overstock Savings event only at Furniture Row.
Anytime, any size. Only 99 cents. Fountain drinks at Common Sense. Ice cold refreshment. Up to 52 gigantic ounces. Only 99 cents. Pick your favorite soda and pick your favorite size. It's only 99 cents. And you can even add one of our flavor shots to make your fountain drink uniquely yours. Ice cold refreshment in your choice of flavors and your choice of size. You're living the dream. Anytime, any size. Your choice of fountain drink soda. Only 99 cents. Refreshment is yours at Common Sense.
Layer up on great savings during our fall suit sale. Right now at Men's Warehouse, select suits are only $179.99. Plus, buy one, get one free on even more. Men's Warehouse. Follow your style.
This is News Center 1 Sports with Justin Wickersham.
Well, Sioux Falls O'Gorman entered the final day of the Class AA Boys Golf Championships with a 4-stroke lead over Sioux Falls Lincoln. However, only 14 shots separated the top 4 teams. Sioux Falls O'Gorman looking to win their second title in 3 years. Let's check out some of today's highlights. We'll begin with Lane Jensen from Rapid City Stevens, putting for a birdie on the 9th hole, but he comes up short, sinking this knee knocker for his par. Moving on to Luke Rizak now of Sioux Falls Lincoln, who entered the final round tied for 4th place, hitting his approach shot pin high on the green. We'll check back in with Rizak in a second. But first, here's Will Grevlos of Sioux Falls, Washington, hitting this controlled chip to less than a foot from the pin. He would go on to tap it in for par. Grevlos finished 10 over today. Now back to Luke Rizak for this long putt, hitting the back of the hole dead center for his birdie 4. He shot a 75 today and finished in 2nd place for the tournament. And finally to Jack Otta of Sioux Falls O'Gorman, hitting his birdie attempt through the break. He would come back sinking this 3-footer for par. Otta was the leader heading into the final day. However, he dropped down to 3rd place. And now here's a look at the final results. Sioux Falls O'Gorman captured the state AA boys golf title with a combined score of 611. Sioux Falls Lincoln finished 2nd, 13 shots off the pace. Rapid City Stevens, Washington, and Watertown round out the top 5. Meanwhile, after shooting a 74 yesterday, Jack London from Sioux Falls Roosevelt shot an even par 72 today to win the title. The individual title, that is, London beat Luke Rizak by 4 strokes to win the title. Lane Jensen and Taylor Schultz, both from Rapid City Stevens, tied for 4th place with a score of 152. And the State A Boys Golf Tournament also wrapped up today. Aberdeen Roncalli wins its first golf title since 2004. Parkston was 2nd, followed by Sisseton. Spearfish took home 6th place honors, while Lee Deadwood was 7th. We'll have more results coming up tonight at 10 o'clock. Well, it's hard to believe, but training camp is underway for the Rapid City Rush, and the first drop of the puck for the new season is just around the corner. This year's official roster for training camp features several new faces, along with a few familiar names, including Winston Daychief, Scott Brannon, Brett Kostolansky, Jeremy Gates, and Danny Bottaccio. In addition, forwards Cody Ferrio, Daniel Barchuk, Kale Kardashian, and Zach Cohen have all been released from their American Hockey League tryouts and will soon report to the Rush training camp. The Rush training camp will feature a pair of preseason games this weekend. The Rush will play the Eagles in Colorado on Friday before returning home on Saturday for yet another game against the Eagles. Rapid City opens the season on the road against the Idaho Steelheads on Friday, October 16th. And just a reminder, the high school soccer playoffs continue tonight with the semifinals. The Stevens boys will host Brookings. That game is currently underway. Then at 7 p.m. tonight, the Stevens girls will battle Rapid City Central. Both matches are taking place at the Sioux Park Complex. And that's a look at sports. We'll be right back.
Spearfish is a focal point for tourism, is rich in history, arts, and entertainment, and is a retail trade center. Visit these great downtown shops in Spearfish, South Dakota.
Sierra Design signs and banners are a great way to help grow your business, as well as another way to get your name out to the public. They offer custom, simple, and straightforward sign solutions at very competitive prices. Fireplaces, stoves, and more carries wood, pellet, and gas stoves and inserts, along with selling, installing, and servicing stoves and fireplaces. They also do regular cleaning and checking of all your fireplaces. Cafe 608 is a great neighborhood eatery serving delicious breakfast and lunch, incredible entrees and sandwiches with the perfectly paired breads and sauces. Try the 608 today. Are you ready to get inspired? At Hudson and Main, they will surprise even the most discerning tastes with their unique collection of decor, apparel, jewelry, vintage furniture, and chalk paint by Annie Sloan.
With Spearfish's resort-like natural setting, enjoy exploring downtown Spearfish and discover everything it has to offer for the whole family.
Looking for luxury? I've got it. This is your chance to own an incredible piece of Black Hills history. The Kleeman House in Custer was built in 1883 and has been recently remodeled to perfection to reflect its original Old West glory. The possibilities of this boutique hotel are endless. Call me, Stephanie Lean, because to us at VIP Properties, you are a very important person.
Unless you've been living under a spare tire, you're familiar with the term playoffs. And in NASCAR, we have our own. It's called the Chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup. Round 2 is called the Contender. A dozen drivers have made it in, but only 8 will move on for a chance to be one of the final 4 to race for the championship in Miami. So get ready, because this ain't your ordinary playoff. This is the Chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup.
Coverage begins from Charlotte, Saturday on NBC.
Hot dog, that was fun.
Well, you know, it's just about Charlie Brown time again, hard to believe. Great Pumpkin Caper is over. A giant pumpkin that was brazenly stolen from the yard of a home near Spearfish in September has been found and returned. Matthew Moraine says that a man found his 100-pound pumpkin in a rural area near Spearfish and returned it to him just last week. It sounds trivial, but giant pumpkins have become big business for many people across the country. Moraine says whoever took it had tried to carve it. The theft drew national attention. Moraine says that he just wanted people in Spearfish to know about it. Moraine has followed through with his original plan, and he has donated the pumpkin to another family. So wow. I guess that's a happy ending to that story. And with Charlie Brown and the Great Pumpkin,
we found it.
Guess
great. I mean, yeah.
Charlie Brown and the Great Pumpkin have been reunited.
I think that's the operative word in that story. That is 100 pounds.
100 pounds. Yeah. And of course, wasn't the winner this year down at Main Street Square? Wasn't it over 1,000 this year?
Was it over 1,000 pounds?
I want to say 1073. Does that sound right?
That might be right, or pretty close.
And the year before it was 8. It was quite an increase over the year before. I think it was 880.
You know, it takes a lot of work to get them. I mean, they have to.
And a lot of water.
A lot of water.
And a lot of water.
They infuse water into those things.
That's absolutely true.
Won't give away the secret.
Steroids.
But it's
it's
could be.
Pumpkin steroids. That's what they're doing. Yep.
All right, let's look at the 7-day, folks. Look at these overnight low temperatures. You don't see anything near freezing. The coldest morning would be Friday morning, 43. Generally sweet temperatures in the 70s, even in the 80s on Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, and that'll do it for us right here at 5:30 on News Center 1. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here tonight at 10.
160,000 miles. That's on average how often you'll use your car insurance. But what if you could get help with more often? And you could also get reunited with your keys, save a couple of bucks on clothes or at restaurants, even get rescued roadside. You can when you're a member and your insurance is AAA. Insurance that's not just insurance.
Just as the sun rises over western South Dakota and electricity crisscrosses through the lines overhead, the prices of items that we use have increased based on production and demand. For For generations, your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative has strived to bring safe, reliable, and affordable electric power to the farms and ranches we call home. Yes, the costs have gone up, but not as much as you might think. Learn how to be more energy efficient and about the power of your Touchstone Energy Cooperative at togetherwesave.com.
Can you identify this?
That's pot.
And this?
That's also pot.
How about this?
Laser pointer?
Lip gloss?
Highlighter?
This is a hookah pen. It's not a healthy alternative. It can be used to smoke pot, tobacco, and other drugs, including synthetics.
Would you pass the drug test? Find out more at parenttest.org.
You love Midco, and we love you right back. To prove it, we're giving you a chance to save big on your mid-continent services. All you have to do is refer your friends and family, and you'll earn credit on your monthly statement. Get $100, $150, up to $200 back when your friend or family member signs up for services. And it's not just you will reward, your friend or family member will also get $25 off their first month of services. Now that's what we